Wieso schießt er nicht, wenn ich RT drücke, meine Fresse? Als ob er sagen würde, leck mich, ich will sterben. Ja, wir müssen es echt noch viel in dem Spiel machen. Also es geht mir echt manchmal auf den Keks, die ganzen Bugs hier drin. Alter Spiel, die wollen einfach nur die Zeit zurückreisen. Das ist denn so schwer, man nimmt ein Shift, macht den Knopfdruck, fertig, Zeitrückreise. Verstehe ich nicht, wozu sich das Schiff gebaut haben und dann sowieso nicht benutzen.
I told you I'd do that. And this time, I'm friends.
Roger, forces from every quadrant of the galaxy.
I hope you're happy to see me. It doesn't look like things have been going too well so far. I left because I needed to find allies for this war. Ones who you couldn't or wouldn't talk to. The Dominion understands the Iconian threat, and they are quite eager to protect their city.
The Herald ships are regrouping. We should use this respite to our advantage. Form up at the KIS Anarax. We must protect it long enough for it to activate a time portal. Once the portal is stabilized, we can use it to go back to Iconia's past, and hopefully undo this war. In Florence, our situation is desperate. If we fail here, Earth will fall, and Kronos won't have much hope of standing without it.
I'm arriving with the time ship. We must protect it until the portal is stable. Those Iconian bombers. Energizing temporal emitters. The time portal is open and stable.
Go! Get through that portal!
Setting a course now.
The Heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
More gateways! An Iconian flagship is moving in!
This is the moment of your extinction.
Not today. Everyone, form up and cover our six.
Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
Fand sich gut.
Evaluating astral entrance. Confirmed. We have traveled back approximately 200,000 years. Only our two ships made it through.
There are no signs of Captain Cogran or his ship. We will have to continue the mission without him.
Perfect. This will give us a moment to get our bearings and figure out how best to prevent the Iconians from escaping their doom. There are only 12 Iconians that we've encountered, so trying to deal with just those 12 will be a much easier task than trying to take on this whole world.
Sie sehen nur so normal aus.
Greetings of the whole to you, strangers, and welcome to Iconia. My name is Matara-Ren, and I am a herald of Matara. Before I can allow you to pass, I must scan you to ensure that your technology is of a sufficient level for you to be allowed access to our city. This will only take up... Your technology is sufficient, but your chronoton particles are substantially out of phase. Please follow me. You must speak...
Remember why we are here. Every Iconian must die in the bombardment, and their technology cannot be taken. If even one Iconian escapes, this could all be for nothing.
I recommend we begin by infiltrating their government building. We need access to their data and the gateway controls. You've seen the ruins of a once mighty empire. This is Iconia at the height of its power.
I apologize for the interruption, Honored One. These travelers have just arrived at our city. Their chronoton particles are out of phase.
Thank you, Matara-Ren. You may return to your station. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Iconia. It is highly unusual to receive visitors with such unusual chronoton signatures, and yet we have had 2 in less than a cycle. Do you know a being named Cogran? Wonderful. He will be quite pleased to reunite with you. You should be able to find him in the residential district. I imagine you passed through the same chronoton charged nebula he did. That would account for the anomalous readings. Since you are explorers like Cogran, I suggest you speak to Lemiren. She is the keeper of our world heart, a repository of all knowledge and a genetic record of the worlds we have visited. The astrometrics data in the world heart could prove quite useful to you. Do you have any questions? Our world teems with life, but we were the first to become self-aware. Time is no enemy to us. An Iconian can live thousands of years, but our numbers have always been few, and as the years passed, we understood that would not change. Needing servants and companions, we found a local population that could be molded and shaped to suit our purposes. At first, we used them as beasts of burden, or for tasks that were... We begin with a particular genetic line. Sometimes we will use archived genetic material from the world heart, but most often we simply take what we need from heralds who already perform a similar service. We then resequence the genetic material in utero, removing any defects and enhancing natural abilities that herald will need. We also modify their behavior to ensure loyalty and remove unwanted aggression. Once they are born, we begin an intensive training process. Heralds mature very quickly. We are patrons, parents, and perhaps even gods to the heralds. In turn, they are our hands, our eyes, and our pets. Each herald is created to fulfill a specific function for his master. For example, it is my duty to interact with visitors to our world, but I cannot always be there to greet them. Mitaran stands in my stead. Our relations with the other species of this region have been contentious for some time. They covet our culture and our technology and refuse to accept their proper place in the Order. Now they are threatening to attack. As a precaution, many of our people have departed through the gateways to our colony worlds. Once the others have seen the errors of their...
Ich hab doch mit ihr geredet. Achso.
Greetings, travelers. Are you explorers, or do you come seeking our wisdom and guidance? Either way, I apologize. I am rather occupied at the moment. Please return later. I should have time. The World Heart is the repository of all our knowledge. It contains the genetic information of every species on Iconia and all of our colony worlds. With it, we can colonize and repopulate an entire world, shaping it to resemble our home in just a few short years. It also holds a record of our culture.
The changes we see in the Iconians are too great to be simple evolution. The Iconians shape themselves and the Heralds into weapons. Genetic engineering that